Hello. If I don't move very much, the camera picks up. So here we are again. I put on a hat to make it perhaps seem that it's a different night, different state of mind, a different theme, but it's not. It's 5:04 a.m. where I'm at. And I'd be really interested to see someone come up in here at 5 fucking a.m. The goal is to show the chest, not the nipple. And there we go. Okay, wow. Camera's picking it up real good. And so I have a question to ask. Do you think that I give off an appearance or a vibe of a gay person? Just a question. Because I seem to attract that type of interest. And anyway, we get about some drama where I stand on things. I think, oh shit, completely lost it. But anyway, my deal is I like the drama. The more crazy it is, the more consequential it is, the more hot it is. I like it. I'm all for it. I don't go into chats much. I don't know. I just can't hang with the hi. I get somewhere and everyone says hi. And I just want to get right to it. So what about the abuse was just on? And I'm wondering if anybody was over there and what y'all think about Roasted Studios. My Cry for Help is on, and all the craziness going on over there with Mama Elmo exposing Amy for some drug issues. TCB is, well, he has Isaac by the balls, but he kind of let up. He kind of pussies out too much. But BBY, I love BBY. He has different stances on things, and I understand that because Isaac owes him money. So that kind of colors his whole world. But like I was saying, Bowser and Piggybacker, they have really good information right now, but they're so slow. They don't know how to present things like BBY or Isaac in a spectacular way. And they need to hand it off. And what's going to happen is tomorrow, Morticia is going to take over and she's going to kick some ass. So that'll be fun to watch. I love Morticia. I love BBY. And I love Rabbit. Those are the three I stick with. I've never said anything against either one of them. And another topic of conversation was that I seem to attract gay people, and I was wondering why. Why? And gay people often are very aggressive. Once you show that you're not going to shun them for who they are, and you really enjoy their company, they start to get real aggressive even when you tell them you're not gay. And that is something that bothers me. And I want to talk to the gay community about that. So that's another purpose of making a public live stream is I want to talk to the world. I want to talk to the world of gay people. And why they can't at least just pretend that when I say I'm not gay, they can at least pretend that I'm being honest. But in the back of their mind, I can tell they think that I'm either hiding it or something. And it's always bothered me. And this is a forum kind of to put it out there. I've put it up in other videos, but anyway. I'm going to try to be more still so the camera picks me up. But anyway, I made a live stream 3 nights ago that I cannot publish. It was way too much. I called some people out that had no idea I didn't like them or whatnot. I said a lot of crazy things, and I can't go in that direction because I don't feel like being in, like, I want to say what I say, but I don't want to be caught in an ongoing beef because it's just how I think. It's just how I feel. But anyway, someone was in here and I was trying to keep their attention. So I'll try a different tactic. More chest, more personality. So I was talking. I wanted to talk about other YouTube channels that I want to recommend to people. And number 1 on the list is a channel I came across about 3 weeks ago called Morges. Morges. She's an Icelandic girl, and she makes really good videos. She's very creative and very, very funny. She is very pretty. She's probably 20, 21, 22. And I really enjoy the way she puts her videos together. See, I got to cover up that. So that's one channel. I've always been a Tim and Eric fan. They had a show on Adult Swim called Tim and Eric. Awesome show, great job. And they've done many, many other things. I'm a little peeved about my camera. I'm trying to stay at this level so that the camera picks me up. Okay. So let's talk about my favorite channels. I do watch the Joe Rogan podcast, and this is definitely not in order of favorite, but he does have some great guests sometimes. When he has Theo Vaughn, it's amazing. When he has other comedians, you never know. So I have a lot of sports videos, like highlight videos, but they'll put together baseball, like triple plays, and or what else? They'll you never know what they'll, line drives that hit the bag, or etc. All kinds of compilations. Let's see, wrestling. Wrestle Reel. There's one where wrestling gets real. They show where in pro wrestling matches where they end up fighting each other, shooting on each other. I'm subscribed to over 200 channels. I'm subscribed to over 200 channels. And they're not drama channels. They're big channels. I enjoy Super Deluxe. Sometimes they make funny compilations. What else? Right now, I like to watch the Buddhism Hotline. The Buddhism Hotline. Now, there's some terrible language in it, but the funny part is that every caller is a prank call, and the show is designed for prank callers. But the funnier show is Jesus Chatline, and it's presented in a serious fashion. And it took one or two shows for me to realize that the hosts are actually trolling the trolls that call in, and they act like they're real hosts. Now, the first show I would recommend to watch is Jesus Chatline 4chan trolls call in, and then go from there. They say the N-word. The prank callers say the N-word a lot, which I couldn't believe they get away with. But after a while, it's just part of, I don't know. But if you can get past that, then the twists and turns are pretty amazing. So some other shows, some other channels that I watch, Steve-O, he'll have he hasn't had any videos in a long time. I watch the Juke Squad. Here and there they have some really good stuff. Oh gosh. I have been watching the Ric Flair podcast and the highlights from that. God dog it. Here, I'm going to go to I'm subscribed to so many channels. It's crazy. I can't remember. I have daily channelings that come up every day. Let's see. There goes my fan. I could go into My Cry for Help stream and tell them I'm streaming. But I don't know. I'm going to get juicy. I'm going to get spicy. We're going to get some meat and potatoes. And we're going to get some gravy. So Roasted Studios is streaming right now. 38 watching. I could go in there and tell them I'm streaming. But I'm not going to do that. I want to see who comes in organically. I did have someone was in here for over 2 minutes. But I have some interesting subscriptions and I want to share them with you. So, of course, all the drama streams, I got the Shine Bright Nation. I got Isaac. I've got BBY. Now these are not necessarily people. I don't support Shine. I don't support Adam and Amy. Okay, you know, I'm subscribed to Adult Swim, Andy Melanakis, Bad Lip Reading, Bam Margera, BBY Amigos, BBY Strong, BBY Three Nation, BBY Deleted. It goes on and on. But he is true entertainment. Luis is true entertainment. And Rebecca is the producer, which is a great combination. Of course, Be Our Guest, Brandon Novak. Here's one, Buds 131. Buds 131 is a channel that exposes stolen valor. If you are I'm looking at my lips, okay. Stolen valor. He is a former Navy SEAL, and he confronts people who are Navy SEAL imposters. His channel is great. Buds 131. If you want to see some really hardcore stuff, he does he splices in conversations with his wife, which to me are very annoying because I don't find her entertaining. But there's one where he exposes a guy outside of a bar, and then he ends up going to where he works. Long story short, Buds 131. Highly recommended. It's one of these off channels that I came across that I've watched every video. He has many. I believe Channel Cast TV has Getting Dug with High. Now, Getting Dug with High is Doug Benson. They smoke weed, and he has guests that smoke weed with him. He hasn't had any good guests for about like 2 years. But at first he would have Cheech or Chong, and he had Jack Black or many people, Reggie Watts. And now it's people I've never heard of, and I'm not interested in it. But so I've subscribed to Chris Jericho. I'm subscribed to Chuck from the Bronx. He hasn't made a video in a long time. But Chuck from the Bronx is one of these extreme eaters that will eat insane things. I am subscribed to Danny Duncan. That's a new one. So Danny Duncan is a channel I highly recommend. He's a younger guy that goes out and does, I don't know, he has become famous within about 2 or 3 years. And I highly recommend his channel. Every video is great. It's just another dimension. It's another world. He has created his own world. Now he has meetups where he makes tons of money, and he's not one of these pussy, you know, types of guys. He always brings it. He goes hard. Let's just say that. I have Dick Morris Reports because Dick Morris is very insightful about anything related to politics, and he really gets it. He's a very, very smart person. He was Bill Clinton's advisor, and then he switched to the other side. So he knows both worlds, and he predicts things all the time that come true. Ed Bassmaster. I highly recommend Ed Bassmaster. any of his channels. He has a vlog channel, but his regular channel is Ed Bassmaster. Extremely funny. His earlier videos, I would start there. My favorite character is Emilio. He does Skippy. He does Testy. He has characters that he plays, and he just has his own thing going. He's a world within his own. Electro Boom. It's a guy that makes these videos that on the surface are going to be educational videos about electricity, but he always ends up shocking the fuck out of himself. That's the whole shtick. Is he'll have some type of tutorial, but then he'll shock the fuck out of himself several times in a video, usually. And it's extremely funny when it happens because he really just knocks the shit out of himself. Ethan and Hila, H3H3. You know, you have to search all of his catalogs, but H3H3 makes some very creative videos about weird YouTubers, and the way he puts things together is very funny. You've probably heard of them. Oh, and I started getting into the after prison channels. So there's Fresh Out of the Penitentiary. Wait. Fresh Out, Life After the Penitentiary. And this is a man who spent time in the federal system. And then the other one is Lockdown 23-1, which I enjoy Lockdown 23-1 more. He spent time in Virginia Beach, and they give the ins and outs of the prison system. And to me, the most enjoyable part is about the fighting. You know, basically the fighting. And okay, Lockdown 23-1, and just how prison really is. Mainly the fighting and the respect and all the codes. But he's Virginia Beach. As he has said, West Coast is a much different place because things are more segregated along racial lines, whereas on the East Coast, it's based more on where you're from. You know, one side of the town versus the other side of the town, races mix. But of course, West Coast is different, where you have the three main groups: the blacks, the whites, and the Hispanic. And then just everything that goes with it. There's a few I'm not going to recommend because I'm about to unsubscribe, such as Funny or Die. I'm not finding things very funny, so it's about to die. Grapple Vision is a pro wrestling channel. Their first videos were based on when wrestling gets real. I believe I've already mentioned that. I highly recommend Grapple Vision. Some very original content associated with pro wrestling. They have not put out anything of substance in the last year or so, but their earlier videos are very well done. Very well done. Hannibal Buress. It's just because I like Hannibal Buress, and if he puts something out, I'd like to see it, but he doesn't put out anything. He only has 12 videos. And of course, Highlight Reel, Highlight Warehouse. Those are two different channels that they come up with random compilations of, such as, what is it called? Great throws. There's a word for it, but great throws from the outfield, or just interesting compilation, like immaculate innings, which is when a pitcher throws 9 pitches in one inning, 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. And so I don't remember seeing any of those, but they come up with 5 or 6, and it's amazing to watch. So how ridiculous. Okay. So there's Dude Perfect, which I'm not subscribed to. I'm very, very familiar with Dude Perfect. How Ridiculous is a channel that's very similar to Dude Perfect, but they're from Australia. And to me, they seem more original. They're more down-to-earth guys, and they're a really fun channel to watch. It's all trick shots mainly, but they come up with great ideas. They'll go somewhere across the world to a dam, and they will make a basketball shot that's like extremely high up. And they might spend days and days trying to make this basketball shot. So, some more channels that Jash, Jash, are an offshoot of Adult Swim. In the past, they've made videos with Tim and Eric, and I highly recommend Dr. Wareheim. It's probably a 4-video a 4-video series. It might be called Cooking with Tim, and it's like 5 videos. They're just crazy. You got to see it. You just got to see it. I have a lot of drama channels based in the offshoots from Angry Grandpa, all the drama channels. Well, not drama channels, but live stream channels. It's amazing how many. And I just started in February. And I don't know. I mean, they got me live streaming. And I believe that would be my audience for now. But I'm focusing on the bigger YouTube channels, the entertainment channels that I have subscribed to, that I get most of my videos from. Justin Payne, Payne. He is a vigilante pedophile hunter in Canada. And he will go online and lure pedophiles to meet him. He will impersonate a small child, and he will lure them to meet him somewhere, and then he busts them. And they are very provocative videos, very raw, and pretty good. Now, Cripple Hayes, Krypol space Haze. This is one of my good friends in Austin. I worked with him. His brother worked for me. But this man is a rapper. Cripple Hayes. Krypol Haze. And he makes some money rapping, but he's legit. And this is kind of a you know. Okay, then there's Kyle, Kyle, and he is actually an actor, a comedian on Saturday Night Live now, but he started on YouTube. Um, the what is it? The thumbnail for his channel are basically two of his faces together. If you're gonna find it, there's some great comedy with that. He has a small group, a small comedy group, and I highly recommend this channel for original comedy. LA Beast, an extreme eater and other endurance challenges. He's probably the most popular that I've mentioned. Lockdown 23-1 is a very good after prison show. He's very personable. Okay, here's one that Mark Dice, a conservative commentator. I don't watch all of his videos, but when there's a topic that he's going to hit, you want someone to hit hard on, he's going to hit hard on it. And of course, that is a polarizing thing, politics, but it doesn't define me. Milo, Milo, he's a gay conservative, very different type of guy, extremely conservative. And of course, politics don't define me. Morges, Morges, probably the #1 suggested channel I have. Just check her out. She's funny as hell. Morges. So, and then here's a channel, Mr. Beast, I just subscribed to. He has crazy videos. You can see how he started, where his videos started, and where he's at today. It appears he's a very rich man, and he gives away a lot of money on his channel in some of his videos. I remember him microwaving things. That's where I remember him. And now he's grown into something totally different. Natasha Leggero, I like her a lot, but she only has 9 videos, so. News Be Funny. NEWS space B space funny. They come out with monthly news bloopers, and it's just good to see current news bloopers. It's always a very good compilation. Paige Jen. Paige, Paige space Ginn. Now, this girl got famous from falling in public places. I highly recommend her channel, especially her earlier videos, but she's very sexual. She does sexual things in public a lot. And a very unique channel. I highly recommend it. Paige Jen. Jen, Ginn. Okay. Of course, Powerful JRE, which is the Joe Rogan show. Maybe 1 out of every 5 or 1 out of every 10 shows I really like, but it's worth it to subscribe, in my opinion. Reggie Watts, 105 videos. Well, anyway, Reggie Watts, Watts. He's a man of many, many talents, and I highly recommend his channel. He had a series prof- uh, of being a teacher, and it was amazing. I believe it's on his channel, but he has many other unique. You never know what you're going to get with him, and it's always good. Ross Creations. This is his main channel, but he has a vlog channel, which I believe he's been uploading more. But this channel, Ross Creations, are his viral videos, and just a crazy guy. But he's very, very creative. He's not just crazy. He's very creative. I highly recommend his channel if you want to just sit and watch a few mini videos, and you will be entertained. If you want to see good squirrel hunting, the Squirrel Hunt or Squirrel Hunter. Each video shows about 30 to 50 squirrel kills, so you don't need to search around anymore for squirrel videos. Now I'm skipping over all the, I just came across Stephanie Cardinal. I've come across Morticia. These go without saying. That will be another video. I'm focusing on the big entertainment channels that I had subscribed to just for this. Whew. The Wooded Beardsman. This is a guy who, the Wooded Beardsman, he goes out and hunts things and eats things, and they go out into the wilderness and for several days, and they only survive on what they can hunt. So they try to gain weight. They cannot sustain their weight, but they have, it's very informative if you're into survivalism or reality outdoors. Highly recommend videos. The Hodge Twins. Classic. I probably subscribed 3 months ago, and I've probably seen them around. I just didn't know how funny their videos are. The Hodge Twins. The way they mess with each other is incredible. Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn has his own channel. He is a stand-up comic that ended up becoming famous after Road Rules on MTV. And I remember him. But since then, he's extremely funny. He has his own podcast. One of the most unique comedic minds there are. Okay, I'm getting to the end. Tim and Eric. They have 53 videos. So if you're a fan of Tim and Eric, well, there's 53 videos of more original content. And then Waffle PWN. One word, Waffle PWN. And this is the freak out guy. And the only reason they only have 1.6 million subscribers is because they put out 1 or 2 videos a year. Now, the more recent ones look more staged, but the earlier ones don't look staged, but I think they are. But this kid freaks out, much like Angry Grandpa used to. And it's very entertaining. and that's it. So there are many other channels that are very fringe, and that's all I'm going to talk about for now. So anyway, all of this on a live stream. I just want to make videos. I'm only able to kind of live stream at the moment, and it's 5:45 a.m. on a Friday morning. I'm about to get up and check out my squirrel locations, and I want to see how well this came through. So this is not as entertaining a stream as my last one, but I'll probably keep it up, and we'll see if anyone gave a shit about the channels that I suggested. So anyway, I'm going to type some shit in the chat. All right. I'll put, okay, it's 5:45 a.m. I have 54 subscribers. And nobody watches live streams right now. So I feel completely secure with nobody participating in my chat. Thanks. So, man, I could just keep going, right? Sorry about that underarm stuff, but man, I don't care. Look, I weigh 185 pounds. I walk around outside with my, look, I'm fine with it. I'm fine. The reason I'm fine with it is because this is a medication weight. Once I go off my medication, I'll be back down to about at least 170 easily, but I'll usually walk around at 165, 160. So I kind of like it. I kind of like being a little chubby. And it's the summer, man. It's going to be 100 degrees today. You know, there's no sense if you're a man to have your shirt on. There's no sense at all. None. I mean, even if you're really big and fat, there's no sense of wearing a shirt. But I understand. Well, I don't understand, but I would recommend highly just to do it, and people will think more highly of you. So, like I said earlier, I watched my dog today. The air conditioner is starting to screw up. Wow. I can't believe I'm doing this, actually. And I know I'm kind of annoying, but I just want to make something. Just want to make something and see how many views an overnight stream will get later on if I publish it. See how many views I'll get and how long people watched. So maybe someone will see the channels that maybe they give a fuck, but I thought it might. I gave that idea to Rabbit to um, tell people what his favorite YouTube channels are that are outside of the live streamer world. I would actually like to make another video, so I probably will. All right.